If you're not learning how to use AI to start to get attention inside of your videos, then you're going to get left behind. What you really need is to figure out how can you add special effects all around you. How can you make sure that your videos really grab the attention that you need? All I did in the last couple of months is learn this specifically for my school community, link down in the description. And in this training that I'm about to walk you through, I'm going to show you how to use useful AI video for things like animated ads, for things like actually creating attention, like what I just showed you. We're going to put all that stuff together, as well as AI VSLs and everything else, a step-by-step framework, exactly how to not only make them, but edit them together inside of CapCut and all the other tools that you use. You're gonna get the tools, the process, and everything else inside this training. So without further ado, let's hop in and get shit done.
Who wants to get some shit done? Who wants to learn how to make some AI video? Drop me some ones in chat. If you guys done this before with me, you'll know that we smash that one button all day long. So you better get used to it. Just get your finger over it. Be ready to hit that shit. Come off on your camera, all that stuff, so we can get this stuff rock and rolling. Okay. One thing that's cool is I'm going to show off a video today that our team did of Mr. Rob Gormley, who's actually here. So wave, Rob. You're about to be even more famous today. There we go. Okay. Now this man was great. He shot some stuff over, and we turned his ideas into. I mean, what did you think of the video, Rob? Before I even show it to people, what did you? What were your thoughts on how it came out? Oh, you're muted, my man. I'll hit the ask the unmute button. I know Rob's trying to talk. All right, well, I can't hear you, Rob. It's okay. Anyway, we'll show it to you. If you can unmute. Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
I'm here. I was trying to record it and I couldn't unmute it. But anyway, it was fantastic. It was unbelievable. I've showed it to everybody in my family, and they said, I finally understand what you're doing, Rob.
Perfect. Good.
I never understood what you're doing, and now I understand.
Now, I'm going to show you guys why he's so excited, because I love that. And that's part of what I'm really talking about here, guys, is Rob was trying to shoot the video. He was like, I'm trying to do it. Can you help? And we took it and we just made this. I'm going to show you the process of how to do that. And really what I'm trying to do and show all you guys is, with all of these different things, is how to use useful AI in your business, and also how to resell it to other people, right? And so it's not just
I want to know how to do it.
Well, yeah, that's the coolest thing. You now get to see how that happens. So I'm going to start this off by showing you a few different videos and how we're using it in our different companies, and then we're going to go through how to actually build those out. Does that sound good to everybody? Drop me a one in the chat if that's what we're all here for. Got 3 ones from Archer. He's ready. There we go. A whole bunch of them. That's good. All right, so let's start off like that. So we hit the share sound button. We're going to come over here. You're going to see a few things. Okay, one right here. This is so short. You'd be like, why are you even showing me this? Right here. So just see this right here. This looks like me and Rahul working somewhere. What use would that have? A short 10-second video. I'm going to show you in a second. Another one is here. I'll show you this. Simple little things like this that can drum up decent engagement. Another one could be something like this. This is an ad we're currently running.
Blockbuster.
Go.
The video has no sound.
Can everybody hear that? But a couple of people just said no. Oh,
there was no sound, but we get the picture.
Oh, we're gonna need the sound too. Hold on. There we go. Let's try again.
There was a time when Blockbuster ruled Friday nights. Lines out the door, shelves packed, businesses booming. Then one day, Netflix walked in with the future. Stream movies online, they said. Blockbuster, they laughed and sent them away. And while they laughed, Netflix built. They learned, they adapted, they changed everything. And by the time Blockbuster realized what was happening, it was already too late. The stores were closed, the lights were out, and the world moved on. Today, AI is that same moment in history. You can laugh, you can ignore it, or you can embrace it. Join AI that works for businesses and make sure your story doesn't end the same way Blockbusters did.
How did it all fall apart?
Right. And you can see that we're currently, when I'm saying using useful AI, I literally do mean it. We're using this kind of stuff. If I go over to the ads library right now, you can see that exact video running in an ad campaign, right? Because it's actually getting great engagement because it's good with the transitions, it's clean. That entire thing was 100% created with AI. And then we get into the other one I was talking about. So let's watch this real quick. You can see what Rob is all excited about.
Let me ask you something. How many calls have you missed this week? How many potential clients called your business, didn't get through, and just moved on to your competitor? Now imagine if every single one of those calls got answered instantly, 24/7, by a friendly voice that sounded 100% human.
Hi there. Thanks for calling the Get Shit Done program. How can I help you take your agency to the next level today?
Booked the appointment, answered basic questions, even followed up automatically. That's exactly what our new Vantage AI Smart Assistant does. And right now, you can test drive the entire system, free for 15 days, to see how many more clients it can capture for you. Hey, I'm Rob Gormley, founder of New Vantage AI. For years, I've worked with contractors and local service businesses, HVAC, plumbing, roofing, landscaping, who are fantastic at what they do, but they're losing money every time they miss a call or forget a follow-up. That's why I built this system.
Okay. Now, who thinks any or all of those types of videos that we watch
Using AI in your business yet?
were pretty cool? Anybody drop a 1 in the chat if these are the types of videos that you think would be useful for your business or to do for your clients. You know, think you'd be able to make money off of that? Okay. All right. Now we're going to do a quick vote. Now, there's 80 of you in here, so, you know, let's not get too carried away, but I want to know which type you guys want me to go through first, the VSL, the animated video ad, or the engagement, let's call it visual effects. So we'll call it VSL, animated, or visual effects. We see a lot of VSLs. Okay. Visual effects, animated. Okay, it looks like VSL first. All right, so let's go VSL first. Okay, so the cool thing here is that we didn't really need much from Rob. You know, we had a couple of things that he gave us that we're able to clone his voice from, and a nice video that he shot that gave us information. But I didn't even need. All I did was I went and I didn't even tell Rob this. So sorry, Rob. We went to Rob's Facebook page and we pulled a couple of standalone images from his Facebook page to create this. And so I'll show you over here inside of Hedra, which hopefully you guys have seen before. If you go to the library, you can kind of see if it loads right here. Okay, we did it for another guy as well. So you can see how we made it. We took a couple of an image off of his Facebook page and a simple prompt using Nano Banana inside of here. The person in the attached image with a dress shirt and suit pants on, sitting in front of a professional, well-lit YouTube studio, and behind him is a sign with his name on it, or the company name on it. You can see we use this prompt for other ones too. We're doing it for another GST person right here. Same exact thing, because this looks like a nice studio to be able to move that through. And you can see we had to take random pictures from him as well to build that avatar. Okay. Then what we're doing for the VSL is we're now taking this. We've got a nice clean image, right, that we can take. We're saying, cool, this looks good. If he was speaking in this situation, this would be great, right? Now, the next part that we do for the VSL specifically is we're going to go to ChatGPT. Now, all of you guys that are inside, is my voice good, guys? I mean, you're saying my voice is choppy. I just want to be clear. Yeah, we're good. Everybody else is good. Thumbs up if you're hearing me fine. Yes, good, cool. ChatGPT. Yep. If you're inside of the GST circle, you're getting access to something called the VSL Forge here pretty quick, okay? And this is what we used to create a 5-minute Power VSL script. So very easy. You simply click a button, right? And it's going to ask you a couple of things like niche, offer, all of that kind of stuff. And then it spits out a 5-minute script for you to use. Literally all we did for them. Then you take that and you go over to HeyGen. So this is the place where we're going to animate it. So this is where the AI video part really starts to come into play. We can actually see right here where we did this, okay? 2 things you're going to want to do, depending if you care. Sometimes people really want you to have your own voice on there, right? So inside of here, you can do that. Am I logged in right now? No, hold on. And you can come over here under the option to do avatars, okay? And you're going to create, in this sense, from a photo. Because you're going to upload the photo in there. And then so we would take the photo we made inside of HeyGen or Hedra, upload it, and it creates that avatar for it. Then what you can do is create the voice in here as well, which they seem to have moved on me. Creates, I don't know where the voice went. Oh, up here maybe? It was a button over here last time I was in here. Well, anyway, you can add your own voice to it as well and have it clone the voice. And then you simply create a video using that avatar. Now that's only part 1. It's really not hard to do that. You create the avatar and you'll be able to go in. You can see the 2 avatars. We've got the one here. If or somebody could help with the meeting. Right, you've got the avatars that you've created. Okay, and you're able to use those to create a video. And once you actually go to create the video, I click on all this and I say I want to create, right? All it's going to ask for is the script. Script, cool. So you go in and you put the script in over here, right? And you can pick the voice that you'd want in here, all of this stuff to go like that. Now we've got the voice here to change to my voices, right? Because we've got Rob's voice that was cloned, and you can go in here and create the new voice this way. You can make that happen. Okay, so literally just to answer Brian, to answer your question, what are the 3 things that I used to make this? It was Nano Banana, leverage on Hedra. I like to use Hedra. When I'm teaching these things, I use a lot of these like Hedra and Fall AI that have multiple things inside of it, but it's Nano Banana on Hedra to make the image. And then it was ChatGPT to create the VSL script, and then HeyGen to animate it. Okay. Now, at that point, you've created the video, you've given it the script, and out will pop something like this, right? Where you're able to see the full long video. So it's just going to be one long VSL video at that point. Okay, so you've got your, in this sense, it's 2 minutes long. So the whole video is just one long shot of him being animated. Now, if you look at this kind of stuff here, okay, you're going to notice.
Hey, I'm Rob Gormley, founder of NewVantage AI.
But the longer it goes on, the more kind of uncanny valley it feels, right? That's how I feel anyway. So you'll note that the final design over here, what does it constantly do?
To stop good businesses from bleeding leads. Our users are seeing
right there. If you count every 3, 4, 5 seconds, it's consistently chopping it into other things, which we call B-roll, okay? That's where you see this over here. And I said, you'll wonder, why is this important? It looks kind of cool, but like, what are you really doing with it, right? This is, wherever that went, here is a B-roll that our video guy goes in and makes these all the time, right? You can see it's me and Rahul, we're working, it's like this. It's cool for a quick little social post like this, like Rahul did, but what it really, really works well for is to put into it as B-roll. So when we're doing VSOs for ourselves, we're taking these 10-second clips and we're taking 5 seconds of it or 10 seconds of it or whatever, and we're putting it into the videos. Okay, so you can see over here, if I go back into Hedra here, right, I'll back into this. You can do this. You could even create a video directly from these, right, and actually make that happen. If I go to this real quick. Is this making sense, guys? Drop a 1 in the chat or a fire in the chat if this is helpful so far. I want to make sure that I don't go too fast, but you can see we're doing multiples of this. So you see like you roll here, for instance, where we're in front of the GST thing here, and you're doing this. So the best way to do this kind of stuff, right, is you create an image inside of, and this is why I like using stuff like Hedra, right? So like I could, for instance, upload an image of myself into Nano Banana, and I can create a still that looks like that. I say put these 2 people into this situation, leave the GST screen behind, right? And Sean, yeah, so all of the recording of this training will go into here. I don't know if you guys are in here yet. Just a brief little plug. But this is a group that I'm using as like my playground for useful AI. I've done full trainings on AI image trainings, how to do voice AI stuff, video AI stuff like this, copywriting AI stuff like this, all of this stuff. It's only $5 a month, and it's where I'm doing all of this kind of, I'll call it my AI playground for now, because I'm just leveraging it there to do things like this and to post prompts and all of that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to see the replay of this and you want to get more of these specific types of trainings and you want to just see all this stuff, because we're in here all the time, right? Talking about what's the prompt, how are we doing these kind of things, showing off images and different tools and stuff that we're doing. All of this kind of stuff is literally in here all the time. So that's specifically where we're putting all of that. So just a little derailment there. But now back to this, okay? So you're going to see lots of B-roll, right? Like this. Now, cool. So we made the B-roll. We've got this thing. How would we use it, for instance? Right? How do I actually take that and put it in? So if I go here and I download it, right? The tool that we use when I'm trying to do this myself, because I do this a lot, is CapCut. So let me go over to here and open up. Where is it? Bear with me 1 second, guys. No, there it is. It was hidden behind Zoom. Okay. So I'm going to go over to there. All right, now real quick, I want to just ask on the VSL part, I'm going to show how to put in the B-roll so far, but does anybody here think that that would be useful for them to be able to have those kind of VSLs? Now, where do we leverage the VSLs? For some people who have asked in a DM, a VSL stands for video sales letter. Okay, we leverage them in 2 or 3 main ways. Way number 1 is going to be in our advertising campaigns. So on a landing page that I'm trying to book a call, I want to educate, talk about what do we do, and present the offer in a way that's visual and also helps. The second way is on our main websites and stuff. We're going to have stuff like that, again, to educate and talk to them, and having that visual appeal works really well. And then the third way is going to be on content itself, right? We can post that stuff everywhere to really help people understand what it is that we're doing. Okay, so now if I come back over here, let's look at this. You can see different projects and stuff that we've worked on. So if I click on this, you can see exactly what I'm talking about here, right? This is one long video that I actually made with HeyGen, that if you play.
What if you could sell high-ticket voice AI systems to businesses and never touch fulfillment again? Most agencies close a 5K deal, then lose days, even weeks, setting everything up, training clients, fixing tech issues, and babysitting onboarding calls. Instead of scaling, they end up stuck doing support. That ends today. With Thinker's unlimited white label voice AI plan, you sell it, and we fulfill it. Our team jumps on with your clients one-on-one, sets everything up live under your brand while you move on to the next deal. Unlimited voice AI accounts, 100% white labeled.
Yeah, so you can tell I kind of half-assed that, but I'll tell you the 2 or 3 things out of this that I don't like. Thing number 1 is that it's too far into the video. But I did leave it that way on purpose because I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. Like that was what, 20, 25 seconds in, right? I would say about 10 seconds in, you were like, when it first started, you're like, oh, that looks so good. And about 10 to 15 seconds in, you're like, no, I can kind of tell it's it. Right? And that's a great example of why I'm saying you need to chop it up and you need to be doing it like that. Okay, so how do you do that in a simple program like this? You take all of this stuff and just show you. Just do it with you like this. And we're going to take this whole thing here. I'm going to put it down here and show you how to do this. On a tool like this in CapCut makes it really easy. You can right click, you can extract audio. Why is that important? It's because if I want to say this, I want to do 5 seconds in, the timer right here, and I can do something called a split. Okay. And then what I can do is I can put this here, right? And then move this to the other side of it. And I can split again. Oh, it needs to be clicked on this. And I can split again. And now I can just delete this and I can put this down here. Now the video is the exact same length. The audio is going to go right through it, but you're creating B-roll. Obviously, when I created this B-roll, I did it horizontally. You should do it vertically. You could just do this though, right? And there you go. But I would just, in the actual AI animated thing that you're making in Hedra, you can change the size, so make it vertical. But now,
what if you could sell high ticket voice AI systems to businesses and never touch fulfillment again? Most agencies close a 5K deal, then lose days, even weeks, setting everything up, training clients, fixing tech issues.
you have B-roll, right? Now, if I did that with the DSL of Rob Gormley, it's the same thing. You put that here, and you just go through it and add B-roll from your Hedra account every 5 to 10 seconds, right? And just make that happen. Do different things. When I say different things, I mean like this right here, where it's a front-on image. But I also mean like this, where we're actually doing work. You want to include motion. You know, oftentimes the thing that I like to do too is have it be rotating. So you can tell the thing to rotate the camera around them and be able to make that happen. Does that make sense, guys? Everybody feel that makes sense? Brian asked what to do. So I'm going to list this out right here because I think this is interesting. So step 1, make the starting or studio image inside Nano Banana. Step 2, use HeyGen or use ChatGPT to write VSL script. Step 3, HeyGen to animate image. 4, Hedra / what we're using for these B-roll things inside of here, by the way, is usually going to be VO3, but you could also use Kling. So those 2 things to create B-roll, and then 5, CapCut to edit it together. So very cool on that. Okay, guys, everybody cool with that fire emoji? If you think you understand the process and you think that was pretty cool, and then I'm going to get us to vote again. So we got 2 more things to do. So I'm going to show you both one more time.
What was number 4?
Sorry, number 4 is Hedra. It's using VO3 or Kling. So if you see my screen right now, what you can do inside of here is you can use either this one, you can see used Kling, or you can use VO3. And all I mean by that is if I go in here to the video model, right, I upload the image. Now you've got multiple things you can do. VO3, do you know what VO3 is? Have you ever heard of that before? No? Okay, so VO3 is just Google's new very good animation thing, okay? The other part is Kling. So Kling is just no audio whatsoever on Kling, but it can bring an image to life very well. So if you just want to animate a stencil image with no audio or anything, I usually use Kling. If I want it to be a little bit higher quality with a little audio or something, I'll use VO3. That's the only difference on it. Cool. All right, guys. Now you got 2 more things. One is either going to be, where is it? This guy.
If you aren't using AI in your business yet to get attention, you're going to get left behind.
Or this guy.
There was a time when Blockbuster ruled Friday nights. Lines out the door, shelves packed, businesses booming. Then one day, Netflix walked in with the future. Stream movies.
I can tell already we have a resounding Blockbuster. Very cool. So I want to start this one off by saying this obviously needs to start out with what you want. Okay, so we almost storyboarded this kind of like you would with a mini movie. Okay, so we knew that we wanted to run some ads for a specific offer, which we're actually running it for that school group is what we launched it for. The reasoning for it, or the story we're trying to tell, is, you know, AI is not going to be a fad. It's one of those things that if a business does not adopt to it and learn how to use useful AI instead of shiny objects, they're going to fall behind. And what's the most common metaphor in business for that type of situation? In my opinion, anyway, it's the whole Blockbuster thing. It's Blockbuster was going to get, you know, could have bought Netflix. They said, ha, 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 this will never be something we need to do. And then, okay, so instead, you know, they didn't, Netflix went through the roof, Blockbuster failed, and there we go, right? And hopefully, you guys can tell me in the chat if you think it did or not. That kind of quickly illustrates that and also tells that story in a way that makes sense. So that's what we wanted to do. So now with AI, right, you've got a couple of limitations. You've got limitations on the length of these kind of scenes, right? If you're animating those like that, if I go into these situations inside of Hedra, right, you'll note on here, where was the one in the video stuff I just had? Yeah, so here. So you'll see, like in Kling, it's going to have a 5-second or 10-second option. In VO3, I think it's 8 seconds, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the only option, right? So you've got, at most 10 seconds, but think of it more like 8 seconds. Now, you might think that's not very long, but if you do it in scenes like this, 8 seconds can be plenty long time, as long as you're transitioning into the next one and being able to push that through. Okay, so the biggest thing is storyboarding that. And the reality is, guys, when we're doing ads, usually we want to keep them shorter. And people have goldfish brain. You're not going to have their attention for very long. So you're wanting to do those kind of quick transitions to be able to make that happen. So we storyboarded it out, and then we went to here. Let's see. Here first, and we went to, again, I believe it was Nano Banana. It's called for October 21st. Here. Yeah, here. And we ideated. You can see different versions of this, different things happening, right? To find the ones that we thought looked good. Okay, and you can see some of the prompts that we had to look at this kind of stuff. Just a blockbuster. This is where the storyboard comes into play, because you're just typing stuff out, right? And it's not very expensive to do different things, but you're like, okay, I want them to start happy. I want it to be blockbuster. So happy, smiling man running a successful blockbuster store filled with food, right? So we're telling that story. It really matters to know the basics of what you're trying to get to, right? So you do it there. You want them to end up sad. Obviously, we didn't end up using this, but you can see we want them to end up sad. We wanted there to be a boardroom laughing at people. We wanted to really drive home that point where there's an offer there and they're saying no. How do I visually show that this is on Netflix and this is no, and it's so funny, right? To make that happen. The next part, and I think you guys tell me in the chat if you think that this is true, but I think the coolest part about this is this. Like it's sure the standalone things are fun and all, but it's these transitions between scenes that to me makes it less. It almost adds, like, it makes it feel like a really good quality ad because it's doing those transitions, because it's putting it in. All right, drop me a 1 in the chat if you guys agree. 1, cool, perfect, good. Okay, so now how did we do that? Well, it's never as hard as you think it is once you figure it out. So you can see all of these right here. So let's start with this one. Let's start with the first one. Okay. Now you're going to note something. What is there up here? What is there? Somebody put it in the chat. Very simple question. Thumbs. No. Images. Yes. How many images, guys? How many images? Think about what we're doing here too. Right. So why is that important? Transition. Correct, Daniel. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So the whole thing, and if you look really closely, what are these two images? It's where it starts and where it ends up, right? Like in this scene, if we think about the transition we're talking about here at the very beginning, look at it. Where it starts, where it ends up, right? So then it can do that part there. So that's what we're doing. So what we're leveraging is, back over here. We'll zoom out a little bit. So we're doing VO1 or 3.1, which is the fast model. We're giving it a beginning and an end, and then we're doing a prompt. And this prompt is a little bit more in depth, and I'm going to share all the prompts again in here, guys. So if you haven't jumped in here yet, jump in the school group, because I'll be dropping along with this recording, all of the different prompting and stuff that goes with all of this after. Get off my screen. There we go. So if you haven't jumped in the school group yet, jump in there. But the biggest thing here is first to get the technology to work. So now I gotta find that video. Just hold on 1 second. There we go. Don't know why I keep doing that. There we go. Okay, so this prompt, which is so long, I think it'd be better if I just go over here and literally put it in the thing here. So let's just post it as a comment right here so we go through it. So a cinematic continuous camera shot. This is what I really stuck with. Like this opening line, honestly, right here, is what I know is what we ended up using for all of these. So if you go through, I'm doing this no matter what. Like all of these different ones in here, they'll all say, you know, continuous cinematic shot. So if I go to like this one, right, a cinematic continuous camera movement outdoors, etc., etc. So you're doing that for each individual one. That's what we really figured that out with. And Chris, my video editor, actually came up with it through trial and error, because I told him a lot of the things that we do, we show him and we say, go figure this out. And I will tell you this, if there's one thing that you should tell your people, because all of those types of people are going to be worried for their jobs, right? All of them. And the one thing you should tell them is stop worrying about your jobs and go learn how to use the tools. At the end of the day, that's you. You could have been worried about your jobs the first time. The things that you do is what terrified video editors before you. Now it's the same thing. It's like, I don't have time to do it. Even though I know that that's there and I knew it could be done, I didn't have time to figure that shit out. He did. And now I know he can do it. And I know I could do it, but it's nice to have them. So tell them, don't worry about their jobs. Just become the master of this kind of stuff, because if anything, it just lets one person do 10 times as much as they used to be able to do. But back to this, right? Cinematic continuous camera shot, starting in this place, ending in that place, and then referencing the two images that you put on, right? And the details that you've got going on, right? Starts high above the street, slowly descending and moving fast towards it with a steady cinematic movement. The cinematic word seems to be a really good prompt to be able to make that happen. As the camera approaches the bright shop, the nostalgics, blah, 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 it enters the store in one seamless movement. You'll notice, like, again, seamless, continuous, like these are important. You do not want the AI to be choppy, right? And then all of this stuff is A, because he knew what this stuff meant, but B is because you do a little bit of research and you see what should be good to make this kind of stuff. Now, one of the things that we have inside of the school group that I'm showing you guys is actually a prompting, how to craft better prompts, how to do this kind of stuff. And I know, actually, I think he's here. I think I saw him commenting, but Mohan knows a lot about this, the guy that the CEO of Thinker that works with us on all that stuff. So maybe he'll be nice and do something about this too at some point. But when I was researching this and doing this,
I will.
It's very good, because it makes a difference, right? Though, Mohan, I mean, that's exactly the point I'm trying to make right here, is that, you know, when you get them something this detailed and you know what you're doing and all of this, that makes it nice. Anything you want to add to that, Mohan, since you're talking anyway?
I'm sorry, didn't mean to interrupt, but yeah, you called me out, so I had to.
No. I meant that as a please do add your expertise, because I know you've done a lot of research on specific.
Yeah, there's a lot of different, like the cinematic word is popular. Using what you did, I want to call it like the lens is really important. The 24 amorphic lens, it actually helps a lot, because the way AI has been built is it's been trained on different types of data, and there's actually like classifications of data that does it. So when you say things like that, it knows exactly what you want the look and feel to be, and these are really important things. And lighting, mood, 4K, that's a key word there too. Again, ultra realistic is very, very important. That's why it looks there. Um, yeah, no, everything you did here is really good. Anything that you can do that, like these things create the quality much, much better. I'll share a bunch of stuff that I've been doing and learning. And like anybody else, it's just practice, right? Like the more you do, the more you kind of pick up. I've got a ton of prompts that I'm using because of that reason only.
And I like this last part here, guys, because again, what model did we use? It's always important to know VO3. What does VO3 allow you to do that I mentioned a minute ago? It adds sound. You can add the actual sound to it. So in this prompt, it's ambience, any street sounds. Like if you listen to the thing, I'll take it off mute. Right at the beginning, listen to what it's doing.
There was a time when Blockbuster ruled Friday nights. Lines out the door.
So you can hear the streets. You could hear it at the very beginning, the traffic, the cars moving, the ambience, right? That's because that's prompted in there. And to Mohan's point, the more specific you get with this, the more it's going to do that. And asking what it was Chris in here, and I know Gabby already said yes, 100%. Yeah, that's probably, if I were to guess how my video editor got into this part, it was, I mean, you can tell it's got the M dashes. He used ChatGPT to do these prompts. And actually a huge thing that I teach about the prompting, when I'm talking about better prompting in this course, part of the school group here is about using, like you can see me, I am in ChatGPT right here, refining it, creating it, and pushing that through. I've even trained ChatGPT. A big hack that I learned was training ChatGPT to not be so agreeable. So I've pre-prompted my whole system to actually ask clarifying questions every single time that I say anything, to make sure that it knows exactly what it is it should be outputting instead of just guessing and making an assumption. That alone has helped create a lot of better prompts on that kind of stuff. So we get the idea, right? We have a starting image and an ending image. Okay. Now, one way that you can do these starting and ending images, by the way, is through the scenes, right? Through what we've been talking about. So, i.e., if I know that like this is the ending scene and then the other one is where I want it to be, you can make a transition between, right? I know that those images were made for those scenes. You make those two things the thing. Or in the other situations, you can make it a little different because you want it to transition to be broken, etc., and push that through. You know how to make that prompt now to make a continuous camera movement to be able to push that through and create that scene. So again, now you've got the different scenes. What do you do with them? Well, it goes right back to what we talked about earlier. You come back down to CapCut. You take those transitionary scenes, those animations, and you slice them together. Right now, obviously, in that other one, I have a voiceover. I shot the voiceover. It's an audio file. You upload the audio file to it. You put everything together. You overlay the audio to it. And you can tell in some of these, right, at the end and stuff, that it's stretched out a little bit, right, where we just doubled up on the same animation, but in a clean way. And you can do that just by seeing what ways don't look choppy, etc., so that the audio actually fits it. Now, I know that was a lot to take in, so I want to kind of hover on that. Anybody not understand how we made this video, or does everybody get it? And I can lay out in the step by step if that would be helpful too. Good. One. We got.
Did you drop that? Did you drop that prompt somewhere, or is it in the school somewhere that I could see it?
Yep. So I'm gonna put. I didn't want to just put it in that comment. I'm gonna put it when I upload the recording of this into the school group, which will be within the next couple of hours. I'll put the prompts for everything right directly below it.
Thanks.
Cool. Everybody else says good, 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 cool. Okay, cool. Somebody did say the word school, so I don't know what that means. So I'm going to take the moment to drop the school link again in case anybody's missed it. It's right in there. Now, did you do the B-roll stuff through Hedra? Bill asks. Yep. So I showed that earlier, but I'll go back. So the B-roll stuff, I do both in Hedra. Okay, so we use Nano Banana or something similar, one of the image tools inside of Hedra, to create the image. And you can do that simply by uploading reference points and creating the images. So inside here, you go to images or video. So if I go to image, I can actually select I like to stick with Nano Banana lately. There's a whole bunch of other ones in there too. You can upload a reference image and you can do it that way. Now the other one, and there's a whole training on images specifically inside the school group, so I don't want to get too in depth in it, but one that I use a lot, that I like a lot, is this right here, Fall AI Flux LoRa Portrait Trainer. I talk a lot about this. The main reason is because this is the best thing I found so far, in my opinion, and if anybody else has used it, they can give theirs, that is to make pictures of me. So like everything else kind of has like a little bit hit or miss on it, the AI stuff still, whereas these ones, it takes your images and trains the model on you. And so you can do all of these cool things with that and make that. So when you're looking at stuff like my YouTube thumbnails and stuff that I make on here, these are all made using AI, using the Fall AI stuff that I go over in that. When you look at stuff like this image was made in Fall AI too. It does a good job at maintaining it looking like me. Now this guy, he makes me look angry, and I always look angry in pictures, so it did a perfect job. See, it knows exactly what the face is supposed to make. Right, so I like to use that kind of stuff, and then bring it to life over here with the B-roll and that kind of stuff, and then push that in. Yeah. Okay, so last thing before I go into a bunch of Q&A is going to be this. Okay, and this one.
If you aren't using AI in your business yet to get attention, you're going to get left.
Not too hard. So let me show you real quick in real time. We'll try to do this in real time. We'll see if it works. How to do this. Okay. So I'm going to take out my camera. I'm going to turn it around. And I'm just going to zoom out a little. Can't do that. I'm just going to shoot a video. Okay. All right. This is a test video to show you just how cool AI can really be. Okay, so I shot that video on here. I'm going to take that. I'm going to airdrop it to my Mac. Look. Then I'm going to show you over here. So now let's go here. And you're going to see one tool, a new tool called Runway that I like to use for this. And Runway Aleph specifically. Okay, that tool within. Go in here. Now, what Runway Aleph specifically is visual effects. That's it. So what it allows you to do is take these things, and I'm going to upload the video I just made. This is the part that I'm not sure how long it's going to take. But the things that you can do with this are pretty cool. Okay, so if I had to give an example, obviously this would be the first one.
If you aren't using AI in your business yet,
right, where we can add fire, which is what I'm going to show you in a second. You can also see stuff like, open this up. You can see while it waits, if I can pull up my library. Someone to go over here. Yeah, you can see where I decided to try to take it one step further. And it worked okay, except for this GST thing, but it is kind of fun.
To get attention, you're going.
I decided, let's add more fire.
To get left.
Because if you know me at all, and if you spend any time with me at all, I like to take things one step further always. And be just a tiny bit more dramatic. So I'll show you what that ended up looking like. I think it was this one. All right, so you can hit play here.
If you aren't using AI in your business yet to get attention.
And I didn't like it, so I didn't end up trying to. It wasn't quite as smooth as I wanted, and the GSD doesn't come out right, so I didn't end up using it. But to give you the reason of what it can do, that would be where that's at. So let's go over here. Oh, that's perfect. Cool. So we take the video we shot. Now the problem with this is, again, like other things, right? The other AI stuff, it has a limitation to how many seconds you can do. Okay, so again, that's important. What did you see down here on CapCut? What am I doing again? I'm just bridging it in. Right, so if I'm taking the same video, what did I do? I disconnected, I took the audio off the new clip, right? And I kept the audio on the longer clip, and I let this clip supersede that clip at a certain point. So it all bleeds together, all the audio sounds exactly. That part's pretty key on all of this stuff that we're doing, guys. So can you drop me a yes and a thumbs up or something in the chat if the CapCut part of all of this is making sense? Because I want to make sure that editing part is where some of this magic really comes in. You're making the clips and the storyboards in the AI, but bringing this over to this part is really huge. So yes, okay, good. Clear for everybody. Love that. All right, so let's take this. Now, how did I do the other one? His arm and are on fire. Literally, that's it. Okay, how am I making the fire part? Now, I just rushed that without thinking and forgot that I'm supposed to do it when it does this. So you're just gonna have to. It's gonna be on fire the whole time. But normally, what you're doing is you're taking this and selecting it. Okay, so where you see in the video, I could do this.
This is a test video to show you just how cool.
Let me get it to where it would just be right there, I think.
AI. AI.
That looks right to you guys. I think maybe. It's right there. One can go on fire again. Okay. And that will do that. And then you simply edit that section into that. Okay. But now that's not the only thing that this can do. This is literally a visual effects kind of AI studio thing. So one thing that it talks about a lot is that it can do changing the person's clothes. It can do. This keeps having refunded. It might not let me do the fiery limb thing today, but I've shown you how to do it. But you can also make it like if I want it to be rainy outside, or if I want it to be a thunderstorm outside, or something else going on behind me, you can be able to make it do that. So you can have those special effects and be able to push it through on that end. And again, you're just trying to do it to the part of the clip that you want to edit in to be able to make that happen. Yeah, it's not going to let me. I don't know why it's doing that. It is rain outside. Let's see if we do this one. Now, it's really short right now, these clips. Like for this one, it's only 3 seconds long because it's doing the visual effects and everything for it. I have heard that they're going to be expanding that soon, I think to 5 or more seconds, which will be great. So, but for right now, what I found usage for it was stuff like this, right? Because people, it just looks cool, right? Just to quickly get the attention. Do something like this in an ad too, and then transition to the next scene, cut away to the next scene, and don't worry about it from there, right? So just when I was talking about this specifically, what I'm trying to get you guys to really learn always, right, is useful AI. This is the use of this right now for this one specifically anyway, is to get attention, is to make sure that you're just capturing their attention. Now, with all of these types of things too, like it's AI. So what I mean by that is, is it going to take 1 iteration, 2 iterations? It's going to take a few, right? You'll see me, if I go back over to like this fall.ai thing, how many, look at this, right? But the image generations is so expensive with the credits really that I'm fine with doing this all day long, right? Video is a little bit more, but still it's always going to probably take a few iterations and a few different prompts for you to get it. And that's why I think it's super important, right? Stuff like this that we're doing in the school group where we're sharing those prompts that we've already kind of refined and been able to make happen is going to make it a lot easier for you guys at the end of the day to be able to make that kind of work. And that's what I want, a big thing for all of you guys. I've seen a bunch of you guys have jumped in, but what I want you guys to really do too, the only reason it's as low as I could possibly make it, $5 a month. It's also got as big of an affiliate play as you can possibly do. Like your settings that I'll show you, this is as high as I can set. It's 50%. So that if you invite 2 people, they will literally go in and now it'll be free for you. The point of this is serious people who are actually trying to use AI. So I want you to, it's cheap because the money's not the point. The point is to share. So I want more and more of you guys to be doing stuff like what Thomas is doing, what I'm doing, what Jamie's doing. All of these things in here to be sharing prompts and to be sharing like what Mohan did here with the images, right? The whole point of all of this is to be the rising tide that lifts all boats, right? Is to help each other with the prompts and everything else to actually be able to make this stuff work. So if you are going to jump into that group, just be sure that I do want you guys to share. I do want us to be showing the prompts so that we can skip some of this iteration and keep refining this and being more useful and more exciting for each other to be able to get out there and make by leveraging AI. Do you think that that's something that you guys can commit to? Can you drop me 1 in the chat if that's something you think you'd be willing to do, to go ahead and share a little bit, to grow together to make that happen? Yes? Okay. Very cool. 93%. It's coming in hot. You did, Bill. I saw that. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
Bill's
And it's just getting going, right?
Look at that. He's at the top of the leaderboard.
Is he? Oh, let's go check. I didn't actually click this one. Look at that. We do. We got Bill at the 30-day and Bill at the all-time. Gabby's picking up a little bit. He's trying. So is Chris and Mark.
There you go.
Bill's even on this. Doing good. Let's see. This is taking a little while. Oh, look at that.
AI.
There you go.
Can really be.
Right? So stuff like that. It's raining, it's cold, it's wet. You can see it's actually sunny. I mean, you can really see it's actually sunny outside. And it can change it, right, to do that. Gabby says we should do a video off. I do think that that's a good idea. I think we should do a video off. Now I got to come up with a reward.
Anybody who knows Gabby and Cody know how competitive they are, so that totally makes sense.
I was thinking more for the whole community, but maybe just me and her could do one too. That's fine. But I think that's cool. But this is kind of like
people.
But I mean, that's the kind of stuff I do want to be doing in this community, though, guys. To be fair, like that's literally, I want us to be sharing stuff. I want us to be, getting stuff and rewarding each other and helping each other. That's the whole point. But I mean, it's simple stuff like this. Like it changed it to AI. Right? Like it's raining behind me. It's wet on the windows instead of being, that's not life changing, and it probably looks cooler when I become, flame on guy with the other one. But stuff like that can be super effective for the types of things you're trying to do. So hopefully what's come across in this training is the 3 things that I tried to get you, which is useful video AI, VSLs, ads, transitions, and also content that captures attention. Do you guys think that we went through that pretty well? Yeah. Okay. I want to do a little bit of Q&A. I want to take 1 second. I know I've talked about it a few times, but I do want to just one quick second, just talk about the school group. What do we have inside of here? If you're not in yet, again, I'm going to drop the link. 2 or 3 main points. Okay, 1, it's $5 a month. 2 is that the affiliate thing I just talked about. So if you go and invite 2 people, 2 people that want to use AI, literally it becomes free, right? You get your affiliate link pretty easily. We have full prompting training, image AI trainings, voice AI trainings, all of this stuff, copywriting training we added. We're doing a presentation and slide deck, pitch deck stuff training here soon. All of that stuff's in there. We're constantly going to be adding more and more trainings in there. And even more importantly, stuff like this will go in there, but the prompting, the stuff that we're refining, the things that we're learning, right? This video kind of thing I talked about already 2 weeks ago in there because we were starting to do that kind of stuff. Fall.ai, like Mohan went in and made that happen. All of these kind of things are working, like the different things that we come up with and then the prompts that we're using. All of this stuff is being shared in real time inside of there. And maybe we're going to do a video off and give you guys some kind of huge reward for it. I don't know. I have to come up with something because I know how you guys work. I got to bribe you. So I'll come up with the bribe and we'll figure that out in the next few days. And I'll sit there. Ralph, it's this link right here.
What are you thinking, Cody?
I don't know, man. Minutes for Thinker would be one thing. 3 trainings.
I was thinking more like,
snapshots.
Trying to talk to Cody and learn like one-on-one.
Oh, one-on-one time with Cody. That could work too.
Cool stuff.
Maybe I'll put some options in the group and we'll okay, so Gabby just waived her right to any reward. She just wants bragging rights.
Chris wants 1 year free subscription.
Oh, geez, that's a big one. Okay, if that's what we're doing, we're gonna do a big promo everywhere for that. We'll have to think that through. Mohan might literally make me pay for that, so we'll have to figure that out. Okay,
so free thinker, you said, Mohan?
That's what they're saying. 1 year free.
Oh hell yeah! I'm winning that shit.
Yeah, I'm like Gabby's in now.
Yeah,
she doesn't want just
I already
bragging
know
rights
we'll
now.
get some good engagement if we do that.
Music to my ears. You all
If
better.
we get 300 people in the community. If we get 300 people, Cody, in the community.
Gabby's way ahead. She cannot compete here. She's way ahead.
That's just not cool.
Gabby and Cody were.
I think that we would have to make it a twofold thing. If we did a free thing, it would be like Mohan said. It would have to be you guys have to go out and get the community filled up to 300 people, and then do a video off between the people at that point. That's pretty. I think that
we got to find some competition for Gabby, right? Like,
you want to get it today?
I already heard two
have
people
you
say
met
they
me?
give
There's
up.
no competition.
I'm ready.
You know what? Let me get into the game. I just haven't been playing with you guys. Here's a competition.
Wow.
You'll go watch the trainings. They're all in there. You guys will be able to catch up to her in no time. So I'll make an announcement in the next couple of days. I'll work on this with Mohan.
I think Flora was about to say something. She's getting into the action too here, right? So there you go.
Yep.
Go ahead. You got a question, Flora? Or just a...
I said I'm going to get into the action too.
Hell yeah. Okay, good. All right, well, step 1 to making sure anybody who wants to get on the action is in on it, though, you got to go join that group. So the link is in the thing. Just skip your coffee today, I guess, and then you'd be good. And we make that happen for you, okay? Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, so I think this is all good and dandy, but I mean, in the school group, I mean, you got to come up with the prompting, and then you got to learn what the sequence is, which software to use first, create the image here, so is that all in school, or is there other softwares that just
no, every single training in there, it shows you exactly what tools and exactly what prompts I'm using.
Yeah, because I've seen these other softwares that have all of these different type of platforms in one, and you just
did. That was what I was using the whole time. Hedra is one of the main ones that I use, and it has all those image ones and video ones included in it.
So Hedra, so the what's it called? The Canon Banana, the HeyGen VO3, all that's in Hedra?
Yeah. Like Kling, Nano Banana, VO3, all the things I was just swapping between, 90% of the time you just saw me was all inside of Hedra. The only other ones I was using was Fall AI and Runway for the visual effects.
I got an email from Hedra about signing up.
HeyGen for the VSL. Yeah, HeyGen was. You need HeyGen for longer ones. Yeah, for that.
Okay. I got an email from Hedra that I had signed up, and I don't remember even signing up, so I gotta go check it.
Well, I can't help you there. I don't know how to fix that.
Thank
You'd be good. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, just on the tools. I've never heard of Hedra, so if you have an affiliate link, I'd rather use that, Cody. So send that to me. And
honestly, this is a great idea. I don't know if I do or not. I think I looked for affiliate links when I did this whole thing. I couldn't find it.
maybe one of the other boys or girls have it too. But anyway, is that Higgsfield? Is that similar to Higgsfield, or have you tried that one?
I've not used Higgsfield. Yeah.
Okay. I think there might be similar.
There's a few of those like amalgamation, for lack of a better word, tools that kind of bring them all into one place. So
we use the Runware one too. That's the one you mean, right? Runware AI.
Yeah, Runway is the visual effects one. The Aleph specifically editor inside of it is what I was using for the fire and the rain and all that stuff.
Okay.
The thing you're gonna learn is that every one of these tools has their own, like they are slightly different and they do slightly something to make things better, but they all rely on the underlying models, right? So I think that's the thing. Runway ML is really, really great for high quality portrait imaging that you want to create, especially if you want to get down to like really humanistic type of details, especially if you prompt it well. So Runway ML's been around for a while, and that's where they've kind of been really, really good. I've used it for a lot of like motion as well. It's pretty good, yeah.
That's Runware, right? Not Runway.
Runway.
Runway?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
UNWAY ML. ML is capitalized.
Oh, I was using Runware AI. I wonder if it's the same
This
thing.
right here, runwayml.com. That's what I was using for the special effects.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, that's interesting because there's a Runware AI that also has all those same tools. I wonder if they're the same darn company. Makes me wonder sometimes.
They just tried to get the SEO hits.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay, thanks, guys.
Cool. All right, guys. Anybody else have a Q&A, or are we good to wrap up? And again, make sure you hop in the school group so you can get the replay of the prompts and everything else. And
Is it one subscription to Hedra, or is it Hedra and then the other one's like 3 or 4 different subscriptions?
Hedra operates off of credits. So you can have a subscription that auto refills a certain amount of credits each month, or you can buy a bunch of credits in groups, and then each individual thing that you're using uses a different.
Okay.
Cool. All right, guys, let me know in the chat before we leave. Was it worth it? Did you get what you wanted out of this or not? That's my next question, because I want to know if I'm thinking about doing a few more of these and make sure that we keep doing these as we learn and do more and all that stuff. So if it was good, I want to know it. Bill says yes. Erica says yes. Chris says yes. All right, nobody said no. Flor said C. I know what that means. That means hell yes. Good. Fantastic. Yes. You need a better mic, though. No, I just need to not be sitting in a hotel lobby. I have a better mic. I'm just traveling all week this week. Do this more often. Will do, Kathy.
Thank you so much for spending the time to watch that amazing training. Like I mentioned previously, my intention is for you not just to watch that training, but if you got something out of it, if you think this information is useful, I want you to continue that journey with us. And you can do that in a couple of ways. One, I want you to smash that subscribe button so that you get notified every single time we put another one of these out, which will be at minimum once to twice per week. The other thing I want you to do is go ahead and click that next video right there beside you so that you can dive in and get shit done. Hope to see you out there.